perpetuate the hatred within. And then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah.
How long has it been since slavery was abolished? It's been a while. It's been a long while. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate y'all coming as well. Without wasting any more time, let's get into this video. Whiteboy by Tom MacDonald. Let's get it.
I cannot feel guilty for that I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you think that I should. Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose.
Damn. He doesn't waste time, bro. It's 13 seconds into this one. A little longer, but he had like a little intro before he actually started. So, damn. Tom, you don't waste no time, dude. Getting to the point, bro.
And I never burnt a cross or hid my face with a hood. You can't just label me racist because I'm related to people who did some terrible way back before I was alive.
That's so true. That's so true. I've seen it a lot in my life. You still see it a lot today. People are labeled and associated with something they have absolutely nothing to do with. Something that happens a couple 100+ years ago. Nobody's alive from that time anymore. At all. So how is it that we have anything to do with that? Why? I mean, realistically, here's a question I really want the answer to. It's been so long since that time in history. How is it we haven't moved forward yet? Can somebody answer that question in the comments, please? Let's move forward.
My parents brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed because of my pretty blue eyes. A Nazi, white supremacist, anyone who labels me as that because of my...
We're going to listen to that one more again.
My parents brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed because of my pretty blue eyes. A Nazi, white supremacist, anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics.
So, I'm going to be the first to say, I do not know Tom MacDonald's actual history as far as his heritage and stuff goes. However, I can tell you that back during the Holocaust, right? That, in my mind, is the absolute 100% most extreme case of racism this world has ever seen. Period. I don't care who wants to try to argue with me, but it literally, Aryan, if you know the word Aryan race, or another word to use is the Nordic race, right? Basically, if you're from Germany and surrounding areas of that time, you would be known as an Aryan race. White or blonde hair, or light-colored hair preferably, light-colored eyes, pale skin, tall for that time frame, which would be 5'9" or higher, and slender, so on and so forth, right? The Nazis labeled this as the master race. That's what they were trying to do, was expunge anybody outside of the master race. While everybody is painting this picture of this, how extreme racism is or was within the United States, people tend to forget how extreme the racism really went in Europe during the Holocaust. part of the reason why so many people died. Yes, there was a big thing towards the Jews, but it wasn't just Jews. There was also black people, Asian people, so on and so forth. If you weren't a white male or a white person with light colored hair, so if you weren't of a Nordic background, basically, you were not looked very highly of. And you were probably going to end up in a concentration camp. So those are the facts. Let's move forward.
The hatred for Caucasians is so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi, cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say the white race as a whole the enemy. There's racist white people, but we're far from that collectively.
Whoa, whoa, jeez, ain't nobody want to hear that one. It's true though. In my eyes, I don't think racism is really as big a thing as it's made out to be in today's world, because most people don't even care about it, honestly. So, I mean, it's as with any walk of life, there's always that 1%, right? There's always going to be that exception. And yeah, there's still racist people out there, 100%. I'd be lying to say that there wasn't. However, fact of the matter is, there's not as many racist people today as there was 80 years ago, 100 years ago. People are more and more being seen on a more, what have you brought to the table type. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being judged by your skin, being judged by your stature and what you've brought to the table, what you do for your society, your community, so on and so forth. Just say.
Boy, don't say that, white boy. Oh, you so bad, white boy. You wish you were black, white boy. Dear white boy. White boy, white noise. I can't say with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. If a black man is sipping on some cognac sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy. I don't dislike Tanisha because her first name isn't Stephanie. Not only is that wrong, it's a waste of energy. Ivory or ebony, 45 or 17, we all bleed the same. Martin Luther King or Kennedy.
He said it. I'm almost 100% sure I've said it before. It don't matter if you're white, black, yellow, pink, purple, name one. When you cut our skin open, we all bleed red. Don't matter who you are.
They're angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps. He stole the culture right from the blacks. Okay, he's fire, but we lit the flame. He's siphoning gas. So this corny little honky man, the whitey is whack. You letting history perpetuate the hatred within. And then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah.
Ooh. Bro. I feel like we should listen to that one more time.
Perpetuate the hatred within, and then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah.
How long has it been since slavery was abolished? It's been a while. It's been a long while. But yet what he said is still is true. This dude speaks nothing but the truth in every fucking song. Damn. Wake up, America.
White boy, don't say that, white boy. Oh, you so bad, white boy. You wish you were black, white boy. Dear white boy. White boy, white noise. I can't say with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. I got a mother, a father, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating. And God willing, one day I'll have a kid of my own. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife and my baby, so go ahead and hate the races. I pray for their extinction. If you want to hate the white people, just make the distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone regardless and the ones who build the system just to smother you with hardship.
This dude's crushing it, bro.
Stop before you say it. I know what you've been thinking. How's a straight white male in 2018? You're making me the villain by demonizing my race for things I didn't do and decisions I didn't make. No one that I call a friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dads' dads. Sakes.
How many times I've already said that? Ain't nobody alive today. Ain't nobody alive in the last 200 years, 300 years that had anything to do with slavery. Period.
Acknowledging atrocities were wrongly committed is all that I can offer while I'm wrongly convicted. I would never hate a man for what God gave him in pigments, and I would never plot against him just because he is different. I would never judge a human for the cards he was given or call him lesser than myself because of the race that he's mixed with. White people that you hate aren't your neighbors or lawyers. They're the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals. They're the people who monopolized the water and oil and injected your communities with drugs that they spoiled. Got no patience for Nazis. I think they're better off dead. They're fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't because they said so.
I hope y'all are listening.
Hate the ones who think you're all the same and judge you profusely because the way that you're portrayed on our news and in movies. Being white and being racist aren't the same, man, I promise. No, it's hard to tell the difference if I'm just being honest. I deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common. What?
Woo. So much in common. It's time to wake up. We a lot more alike than y'all know. Than y'all want to know.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy. White boy, white. No, I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
This dude, Tom, I don't know that you'll ever see this, but dude, my hat is off to you, man. It's crazy to think that a Canadian comes down into America, right? And then is exposed to everything and feels passionately enough to bring these topics and these issues and problems up to and put it out there for discussion. You know what I'm saying? To put it in people's faces. My hat's off to you, dude. I appreciate you. I really appreciate 100% that you have put this stuff out there because it's true. Somebody please come and tell me where any of this is not true. Period. Because I mean, white people on a regular basis, especially over the last 5 years, I'd say 8 years. It's like, if you don't agree with everything, even if you don't agree with something, that's the part that blows my mind. We can't even disagree with something without being racist about it. How does that make sense? Just because I disagree with you, I'm racist? What? Just because I prefer one president over another, I'm racist. How does that make sense? Just because I prefer this person's way of thinking versus this person's, I'm racist. Now, I can understand that point if that person's train of thought is racist in nature, but if it legitimately has nothing to do with race, how can you put that on there? That doesn't make sense. I really enjoy music that has a message. As y'all know, I listen to all kinds of different kinds of music, but when are we going to start loving each other again? When are we going to stop all the hate? I understand. I'm not naive. I understand there's always going to be hate in the world. You'll never get rid of it. I get that. I really do. But it doesn't have to be as much hate in the world as there is. I'm just saying. I guess with that, I maybe I could say, what are you doing to inflict change? Let me know in the comments. Outside of that, that's it for me. I really appreciate y'all coming. And again, thank you for the suggestion to go down the Tom MacDonald rabbit hole. This has been very interesting and very educational because I like history, as y'all might know. Y'all might have noticed through the videos. Um, there was actually a couple of people that brought up and said something about Russia and Asia and was it China has the highest genocide over the Holocaust. But that's not true. Because by definition, genocide is the killing of people, where, especially in China, I didn't look up Russia because I never heard and I couldn't find much information on the one in Russia. So if you have more information, post it. And like, that's kind of one of my things. If you're going to challenge something, leave me some information, right? Leave me some references so I can look it up. Otherwise, your whatever it is that you're trying to say to rebut against what my information holds no value. So I did have somebody that posted some information about the I think it was the China stuff, and uh that was an extreme case of famine as a result of really, really poor economic decisions within their government. And it wasn't directly genocide because the intent was not to kill people. It's just, that's just what happened because they mismanaged. They sent all their people to go work in the steel mills or in the steel factories instead of leaving them farmers out there on the farms to farm crops. And because of that, all the crops died. And because all the crops died, there was not enough food for everybody. So a lot of people died because they were starving. Hence the famine part. So it wasn't directly genocide. Literally to date, the largest case of genocide in world history is the Holocaust. If you know something different, by all means, post it. But if you post it, make sure you leave some references. I'd love to look them up. That's it for me. If you've made it this far in the video, make sure you sub, like, share with a friend, and we'll see you in the next one. I'm out of here.